Overnight sensation, everyone says. No, not right away. It takes years of effort, because so many good things are occurring to me. I have an illogical dread that I may pass very horribly and suddenly. Real life involves being crazy and out of control. In reality, you don't carefully choreograph your fury or your emotions. You just lose yourself in them. I can't claim entire responsibility for how I appeared in Wolf of Wall Street. Cosmetics and hair extensions were involved. I often feel uncertain about myself. Everyone complies. It has been advantageous to have so many chances to present yourself in many ways so that people cease categorizing you. Even while I'd like to focus just on the acting's artistic aspects, the industry as a whole is a business, and success depends on doing your research. Social networking, the internet, and other related topics are some of the things in life that I struggle with. They rank somewhere between taxes and cooking. Observing how adaptable New York City is intriguing. It can fit in so many different settings. People locate blind spots and maneuver around the way a human mind operates. People steal efficiently in this way. Don't ever change, Margot, and you can't do that anymore. Margot have been the two statements I've heard the most since my career took off, from taxi drivers to longtime friends and everyone in between. When I moved to America, it was really pleasant to start over with a new slate. I've been robbed quite a few times. I can see why I've been pickpocketed so often now that I know how to do it. I have to cut up and mix everything on my plate before I eat it. It destroys my mother. At the dinner table, everyone exclaims, "That looks like cat puke," and I flatten my Coke by stirring it with a spoon. I aim to travel whenever I have free time. My favorite decade is the 1960s because of the Cold War and the women's movement. Then there's the music, fashion, attire, and hair. I had to split up with my partner and kind of leave everyone behind in Australia, including all of my friends and family. If someone had to choose between Emma Stone and myself, they would choose Emma Stone. I look forward to working on a movie with more female actresses in the future. My diet is not very excellent. When you have inch-long artificial nails, all of your mannerisms are readily altered. I have enormous hopes for the future. I tend to blab when I conduct interviews because I am so frank. I tend toward the extremes. I struggle with moderation. Not the movie, but the real ship, the Titanic, had me completely enthralled. I would create schematics of it and speculate that if it had been constructed differently, it wouldn't have sunk. I vouch that I'm not a pushy person outside of work. It only happens on set. I aspire to do a Western. I want to be the guy that is riding horses and doing fun stuff where I get to be physically active and have to work out. Don't make me the helpless damsel. I like monochromatic images. I often wear either white, black, or cream. I like wearing bright colors as well, although cream is my favorite hue. Clearly, social media has had a significant negative influence on the celebrity game, but for some, it may be. I don't know why, but I've always wanted to play ice hockey back in Australia, but there was never any ice there. A seaside town, it was really hot. The most hip city is New York. Simply said, it never sleeps. It's incredible. You have to be so powerful to do all of your own stunts. I always repeat this. These are the finest years of my life. I used to say this about Neighbors when I was on it. The months I spent shooting The Wolf of Wall Street were the happiest of my life, I said. I always believe that I am having the most fun ever and that this enjoyment will never end. Unless you have a strong passion, you never leave Australia. Any Australian actor who travels to the United States is really dedicated. There are no dabblers. Everything is or is not. The most annoying thing is when you read a screenplay and love all the male parts but not the female ones. It's incredibly frustrating, and I've worked hard to alter it in the business. I feel the need to play the piano every time I see one. The leading lady in movies is usually stunning and trim. When you work in the industry, you really feel the need to appear a specific way because of the stereotype. Although I'd love for them to have sweet little American accents, I really want to raise my children in Australia since it has such a wonderful way of life. Some people become successful in their occupations and businesses only due to their popularity on Instagram, yet there is nothing to support this. Two primary cast members make it almost hard to bring a movie together, much less an ensemble cast given everyone's schedules. If it is successful, it is insane. Always have more fun playing the evil guy than the nice person. If there aren't any roles available that you wish to perform, you'll have to invent them. The 1960s have a lot of attraction since they were such a significant turning point for everyone. It was the boiling point of transformation at the time. Hippies, feminists, and protesters were among the people who revolted against many things. All of these issues just accumulated and erupted. I believe that's still relevant now. Nothing bothers me more than participating in a picture session when the instructions are to be yourself. I didn't become an actor for that reason. That's what makes it so amusing to me when you break into the acting world and suddenly everyone wants to know about you. However, I didn't become an actor so that you could see me. As actors, that is exactly what we attempt to do. Persuade the audience that we are someone else. And if you can do that, you are really making a difference. For 3 days, I only eat carrot sticks if I have to put on a bikini. I've had jobs all around. I have experience working as a sandwich artist at Subway, a restaurant dishwashing line, and a warehouse storing surf gear. I believe that age is simply a number in the end. In real life, I have friends who are equally in love love with partners who are twice their age or younger than they are. We have to constantly remind ourselves that everything occurs for a reason, because it's comforting to believe that wonderful things are just around the bend. I'd rather put my faith in 9 individuals and have the 10th one turn on me. If I had to take a fall, I would rather have those 9 friendships or professional connections than none at all. That is not a life. When I had to go blonde, I was quite sad. Sincerely, my dating life is pretty exciting according to the media, but the funniest part is that it's not even close to being as interesting as they've ever claimed. As a youngster, I was always quite theatrical. My family certainly would use the term dramatic, putting on shows that I demanded everyone attend and pay to see. As a young kid, I was highly business savvy. I just adore flying. I even like eating on airplanes. You are not bothered by anybody. Your phone never rings, and your emails never send. It is unaltered. I basically focus more on maintaining my health than attempting to lose weight. Even I confess that maybe I reached my pinnacle too soon. I get the impression that every time I act in a movie, it's just myself and a bunch of guys in the ensemble. I don't watch Star Trek all that often. I don't go all out. I have 5 housemates in my London home. I use the subway. I want to continue to be exactly who I have always been. I'm not the prettiest girl in my large circle of pals at home. I never thought I was very beautiful growing up.